raucous cheer from the faithful who've travelled the short distance from Odsall. This is going to feel like a home game for John Keir's side this afternoon. Brandon Pickersgill at fullback, the week 3/4 sevens, Ashley Gibson, Ross Oakes and Ethan Ryan, half-back paired in and John.
And here come the Bulldogs.
It happens to the best of us, John.
One of them things, Mick.
But it is the K2 Yorkshire Cup final, and the Bradford Bulls line up once again. Brandon Pickersgill, Rhys Evans, Ashley Gibson, Ross Oakes and Ethan Ryan, the half-back partnership, Rowan Mills and Jordan Lilly. The front row forwards, Liam Kirk, Manny Wildy, John Magrin, Conor Farrell and Elliot Minchella. The loose forward will be Mikey Wood, and on the interchange bench for John Keir's Bulls this afternoon, Jai Hitchcock, Jake Webster, Stephen Crossley returning, George Flanagan, James Green, Matty Staunton and George Milton. The referee is Tom Grant from Leeds. Batley will have first use of the ball, playing up the famous Mount Pleasant slope, so from where we're calling in the main stand here at Batley, they will play from right to left. It'll be Jordan Lilly to get proceedings underway. The sun is shining down on the Fox's Biscuit Stadium. It's the K2 Yorkshire Cup final. Let's have some Sunday afternoon fun. It's Bradford's 5th pre-season fixture of the season, and we're up and away early doors here, and it will be Batley who will move the ball out from their own try line. And for the benefit of those watching on Bulls TV and listening on Bulls Live, let's not forget that the Rugby Football League new rules will be applied this afternoon. The players and spectators, they will be exposed to Rugby League's new on-field rules for 2019 at pre-season matches being played today, and that includes the K2 Yorkshire Cup final here at Batley. So the shot clock changes. They will place time limits on Batley and Bradford at the goal line dropouts and the scrums, with the referee Tom Grant in direct link up with the match commissioner and timekeepers. New rules aim to speed up the game, so it's a clean set of 6 from the Batley Bulldogs. The kick will come in from Brambani, and it's going to go straight down the front of Ethan Ryan, who returns the ball to his own 25-metre line. So Bradford's first use of the ball, and we've had a minute gone on the clock here. It'll be Lilly out of dummy half to Evans. Evans attacking that Batley line on this right-hand edge.
Ashley Gibson's come off there, Mick, injured really early on. Jai Hitchcock has gone on, and Rhys Evans has gone into the right centre.
Yeah, just looking at Ashley Gibson, it looks like he's got a bit of pain on that right elbow, shoulder area. So Matt Duke and the Aaron Scholes and the Bradford Bulls physio staff, they will get to work on Ashley Gibson. Hopefully nothing too serious, but Bradford, they're just over the halfway line. The kick will come in from Lilly. Lilly's going to look to put Retty under pressure, and Retty's immediately smothered on that far stand side by Conor Farrell, one of the 7 new signings, new faces in this new look 2019 Bradford Bulls side. Bradford in their home strip of red, amber and black. It'll be Alistair Leake out of dummy half, and it's going to go to Keeneland Tomlinson, is it, on tackle number 2, and Batley just moving the ball outside their own 20-metre line as Johnny Campbell looks to get involved. It's now going to go from Leake to Gledhill. Gledhill's going to be brought down 15 metres out from the halfway line, centre field, as Batley going up the slope in the first half look to get a bit of momentum, but Bradford's defence suffocating, on point, certainly well organised, as Batley will be forced to kick from Brambani on his own 40-metre line, although it's a tricky kick for Pickersgill to take in the winter sunshine here at Mount Pleasant. And that is a good kick chase there from Don Brambani as Lewis Dufresne comes in and wraps Pickersgill up just outside his own 10-metre line, JB.
Yeah, they're just cleaning up tidy on the sets like we actually spoke about, prior to the game. And getting to some smart kicks with a strong kick chase. The game's just now in a little bit of an arm wrestle, and we'll just see how it evolves, Mick.
Elliot Minchella's brought down on tackle number 3 on his own 30-metre line. First penalty of the K2 Yorkshire Cup final, and it goes against Alistair Leake and Tyler Dickinson for laying on in the tackle. Elliot Minchella trying to get a quick play of the ball. Jordan Lilly will pump the ball into this main stand side. We're calling the action from the Glenn Tomlinson side. For those that know the Fox Biscuit Stadium, and Glenn Tomlinson once upon a time a great servant for the Bradford Bulls under Matthew Elliott in that 1997 Super League winning season for the club. So the first tackle will come in from Rhys Evans. Manny Wilde in at dummy half. Magrin on tackle number 2. 3 Batley players bring him down just in that centre field position. 25 metres out, 2 tackles gone. It's going to go from Wilde to Wood. Wood sucks in the defence to Milnes. Milnes out to Pickersgill. Pickersgill out over on that left-hand edge, and Bradford just getting a little bit ahead of steam here as Oaks will play the ball outside the 20. And they're going to have a huge, strong tilt towards the line here now, the Bradford Bulls. They're 12 metres out, coming down the slope in the first half. 4 minutes gone. Mikey Wood can't get past Dave Scott, and that's the last tackle. 8 metres away on that last tackle. In front of the post, Milnes, crossfield kick, looking for Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan touches the ball down, but he's just got dead in goal, and it will be a tap on the 20-metre line. That was as close as you're going to get, John, to going without scoring. 0-0 here.
Yeah, it's a good set, a patient set from us, you know, and no complacency for us there, and certainly targeted Wayne Retty a couple of times, you know, for them crossfield kicks.
Bradford now guilty of laying on in the tackle. Penalty count, 1 apiece from Leeds official Tom Grant. And as we said, the rule changes, they're in effect. There's no actual visual shot clock, but the referee will be counting and coaching the players in the scrum, as was James Child last Sunday at the John Smith Stadium. As we said, also Leeds and Castleford this afternoon at Headingley for Callum Watkins' testimonial. That playing under the new rules as Jai Hitchcox gets into the eye line of Lewis Galbraith, and Lewis Galbraith has coughed the ball up on tackle number 1 from that Batley scrum, and here we go. It's the 0 tackle, and it'll be Magrin who's brought down on the halfway line. So an early chance now from the Bulls. They're going to have a full set of 6 inside the Batley half as Milnes on that left-hand edge finds Farrell. Farrell's brought down 42 away from the Batley line, just to the left of centre field. As we said, there's still spectators still coming in this tight, picturesque, unique rugby league venue here on the top of Mount Pleasant. And Manny Wilde goes down the middle with Mikey Wood. Mikey Wood gets the legs driving. He's brought down by Leake and Everett in a 2-man tackle. Wilde scurries out a dummy half. He's probing towards the Batley 10-metre line. Delayed pass to Farrell. Farrell's wrapped up on the left edge, and that's the 5th and last tackle now for the Bulls. 10 metres out from the Batley half. Rowan Milnes, crossfield kick, looking for Ethan Ryan again. Wayne Retty takes it. Wayne Retty, though, is just going to play the ball in front of his own goal line, so that looks like a tactic early on, John, that Rowan Milnes is going to try towards Oaks and Ryan and targeting both Wayne Retty and Sam Wood.
Yeah, we've gone there 3 times now, and we haven't been far off, to be fair. Wayne Retty's dealt with it quite well, you know, but I should suspect we'll do the same play, you know, a few more times in this game.
So Batley just moving the ball across the Roan post. Lilly in defence with Minchella. Gledell's going to be brought down by Lilly again, and Minchella and Magrin. So both Lilly and Minchella doing a lot of work in defence early doors. It's a last tackle for the Bulldogs. They're on their own 30-metre line. Jouffre will kick down the throat of Pickersgill. Pickersgill beats Campbell. He's caught on the shoulder by Gledhill. 5 shy of halfway, and it's a new fresh set of 6 here for the new look 2019 Bradford Bulls, as Ethan Ryan will play the ball a metre inside the Batley half. As once again Bradford shifting that ball on that left-hand edge. That is going to be Evans. Quick play the ball. Back down this right-hand edge, they're going to go with Milnes. Milnes to Mikey Wood. Mikey Wood looks for support. He's twisting and turning, but it's a penalty to the Bulls. 20 out in front of the Batley post. Referee Tom Grant says a Bradford player taken out off the ball. 2-1 the count in favour of the Bulls.
It is, yeah. The penalties will be really important, you know, not just this half, but, you know, the full game making. It's important, you know, that we stay on side here with the referee and we'll do the little things right. I would like to see us put a little bit more kick pressure on their kickers. They're getting a little bit too much time.
Milnes to Farrell. Farrell's wrapped up on tackle number 2. We've had 7.5 minutes gone here at the Fox's Biscuit Stadium in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final. 3rd tackle gone for John Keir's side. John Magrin's upended 5 metres out underneath the post. It's going to go to Lilly. Lilly to Pickersgill. Pickersgill to Evans on this right-hand edge. But Galbraith and Campbell wrap the Welsh international up. 4th tackle gone. It's going to be Wilde out of dummy half. Manny Wilde. Wrong option there. One feels. He's lost metres and he'll have to play the ball 10 metres out now from the Batley line on the 5th and last tackle. Minchella in at dummy half. It's going to go to Lilly. Lilly on the power play. Pass towards Jai Hitchcock. He keeps it alive. Back to Minchella. Minchella out the back door. Harlem Grove trying to stuff here from the Bulls. Mikey Wood picks the balls up. Head down towards the line. And he's held up 8 metres out. 0-0 here. 9 minutes gone.
Poor end to a set that. Probably a little bit disappointed that we didn't have a little bit more organisation there. And a couple of loose plays, really, Mick.
I think if we're being honest, John, poor organisation, certainly lacked a bit of structure and discipline.
A little bit we did there, yeah, for sure. You know, it's early in the game, and give Batley some credit as well. You know, I thought they defended really well then.
Certainly that right-hand edge of Lewis Galbraith and Johnny Campbell putting a lot of pressure on Rhys Evans, Mikey Wood and Matty Wilde, who tried to scurry out a dummy half. The loud shrill blast in the background is the second penalty of the afternoon that's been awarded to the Batley Bulldogs once again for messing around inside the ruck. So 4 penalties inside the opening 10 minutes, and Batley now, this is arguably their best field position of the game, the 30 metres out from the Bradford line, and it is going to be Toby Everett who gets to his feet, plays the ball. It's going to go from Leake to Gleddle down that middle, wrapped up in a 2-man tackle led there by Wilde and Magrin. It's going to go from Leake to Dickinson to Brambani to Jouffres wrapped up on the right hand edge, the former Catalan man with that familiar maroon and gold scrum cap, as Brambani feeds it towards Tyler Dickinson. Dickinson's brought down on tackle number 4. Batley inside the Bradford 10. Danger here for Joe Keir's side. Brambani gets a miracle pass out the back door, but Jai Hitchcock and Jordan Lilly on hand to wrap up the danger. It's a quick play of the ball. Dane Manning to Brambani towards Retty. Retty's lost the ball backwards, and Ethan Ryan will smother on the ball. And in turn, it's Ross Oakes who will play the ball, and that was scary times for the Bulls there, but 10 out of 10 for that defence.
Yeah, we defended really well then, and in fairness to Batley, they're prepared to throw the ball about. They've got plenty of movement off the ball, and they've got options, but the penalties will be really important. We conceded that easy field position off the back of a simple penalty down there. Interested when they put the crossfield kick in, it was to Ethan Ryan, and the sun's in his eyes in that corner.
Bradford on the halfway line, on the 5th and last tackle. Evans will get to his feet. He'll play the ball, centre field. Wilde to Lilly. Lilly's put under pressure. It's a high, hanging, testing kick for Dave Scott, but he takes that one with the sunshine in his face, and he'll give it now to Campbell on this right-hand edge. And he's immediately wrapped up there by Hitchcock and Minchella in a 2-man tackle. Jouffres out a dummy half. It's going to go to Manning. Manning's wrapped up in a 2-man tackle just to the right-hand edge as Minchella and Kirk come into that Bradford defensive line. Leake once again out a dummy half. It goes to Scott. Scott, a lateral movement. The ball has gone 20 metres towards the far stand side. Risky stuff from the Bulldogs, but Wayne Retty recovers possession, and they're 12 metres shy of the halfway line as Batley just doing the hard yards forward in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final. 4th tackle gone here, says Tom Grant. Goes back down the middle with Everett. Everett sucks in the defence. Goes to Brambani. Brambani wrapped up there by Minchella. That'll be the 5th and last tackle with Batley. 38 metres away from the Bradford line. Jouffres kicks into space, turns Pickersgill around. Pickersgill juggles with the ball, palms it back towards his own line, keeps hold of it, and he's brought down 8 metres out from his own try line. It's 0-0 in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final here at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium. Batley 0, Bradford 0. Bradford, the Northern, a huge arm wrestle, a huge test of character here, John.
Yeah, there's one thing that we don't want. We don't want Batley to out-enthuse us. You know, for any parts of this game, we want to be the most enthusiastic team today. At the minute, they've just got a little bit of a spring in the step. They are prepared to promote the ball, you know, from well within their own half.
40-20 attempt coming up from Matty Wilde. Dave Scott and Johnny Campbell have to race back to stop it going into touch, but luckily for the Bulldogs, Scott and Campbell have it covered, and it goes the wrong side of the touchline, just going into the in-goal area in this corner and going dead. So there'll be a 7-tackle set coming up here for Matt Diskin's Batley Bulldogs side. We're still waiting for the first points in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final as the Bulls and the Bulldogs in another huge arm wrestle. We'll try and get an update at half-time on Ashley Gibson, but he's currently down, just getting a bit of attention from the physios. Remains to be seen if he will come back on. But thankfully for John Keir, a 7-named interchange bench. That'll take him down to 6 for the remainder of the game if Gibson doesn't come back on, as Alistair Leake scampers over halfway line, finds the support, ball keeps going, James Brown's this back on, Brown to Brambani to Jouffre. Jouffre has lost the ball on his own on the Bradford 20-metre line. Brambani has to go back to the Bradford 30 to recover the ball, and it's getting tough and physical out there as Matty Wildy comes in with Connor Farrell and Rowan Milnes to bring the Batley man down.
We've got to be tight around Rook there. You know, Alistair Leake got far too much space. James Brown supporting him, and again giving them some easy field position, and then we've given a soft penalty away.
A 5th penalty of the afternoon, 20 metres out from the Bradford post, just to the right of centre field. The Batley supporters calling for the 2 points, but Matt Diskin says no, we're going to go and hunt and smell blood. We're going for the try. So Brown on tackle number 1. It'll now go to Leake to Gledhill, to Brambani to Jouffre to Galbraith. Galbraith scored a try in last week's semi-final, that 22-18 win over the York City Knights. Here come Batley, looking for first points. Manny towards the corner. Manny's been dragged into touch. Sensational defence there from Hitchcock, Mitchell and Pickersgill. 0-0 it remains.
Yeah, Dave Manning going on a roving run there, but good defence, you know, from the Bulls' right edge.
I'm going to tell you something now, John. 15 minutes gone. I'm absolutely pumped for Rugby League. A full house here at Mount Pleasant. This game's got everything.
Oh, it's been a terrific competition. And again, I mentioned it earlier, you know, Andrew Chalmers and the rest of the championship, you know, the owners have come up with a terrific concept, and I only but see this getting bigger and stronger next year.
We're in a bit of a privileged position here. Sat to the right of the match commissioner and the timekeeper, and we just heard there 20 seconds for that scrum as Bradford now have come up with a bit of suicide inside their own 10-metre line. It's John Magrin, flat pass, it just hit sweaty palm, and it's head and feet to the Bulldogs, 10 metres out in front of the Bradford post, and this now will show a true test of Bradford's defence, John.
Yeah, an element of concentration there. You know, we've given over some cheap, you know, field position, and it just gives them another set. I think this will be pretty much third set they've had in our half, which takes a lot of gas out of your defensive efforts.
So from the base of the scrum, Jouffre to Scott, Scott to Galbraith, Galbraith wrapped up by Minchella and Lilly. They're tackling like Yorkshire Terriers out there. Leak out a dummy half, 10 metres to the left-hand side of the post. They're going to move it lateral into centre field, and trying to go down that central reservation is going to be Brown, but James Brown is wrapped up by Wildy and Magrin. Dickinson's the dummy runner as the ball will go from Leake to Gledhill. Gledhill's going to be rolled over on his back, a metre away from the Bradford line. Third tackle gone here for Matt Diskin and the Batley Bulldogs. Leake back to the 10-metre line to Brambani. Brambani shifts the ball back on the right-hand edge. And I'll tell you something now. Connor Farrell put his body on the line there to bring down James Brown, but the danger's not over yet. This will be tackle number 5th and last coming up here as Tyler Dickinson's brought down underneath the Bulls post. A metre out for the Bulldogs on the last. Jouffre kicks ahead to Pickersgill. Pickersgill palms it dead. Safety first. He read that like a best-selling novel in Waterstones. And here we go. The shot clock's on. 30 seconds for the Bulls to quickly regroup and get the ball back downtown.
We're doing great. We're doing great defensively. You know, we're working really hard. Good work from Brandon Pickersgill there. Positionally very good. We've got another set here. We need a really big dropout. It's great how our supporters are getting right behind us as well at the top end, Mick.
And here we go, Jordan Lillett with a restart. I made that about 24 seconds there. So 6 seconds shy of conceding a penalty. Already I get the feeling that the new rules in Super League and the Championship for 2019 are really going to speed up the game of Rugby League. And Batley coming up the slope, having to cope with this Bradford Bulls defence as Brown's brought down 18 metres out, centre field. Leaking at dummy half, he's probing, looking for options. Misses out Gledhill, goes to Brambani. Brambani drops the shoulder, the old stager, wrapped up there, 5 away from the Bradford line. The ball's gone backwards, says the referee. Alistair Leake touches down. Is it a try for the Bradley Bulldogs? The Bulls faithful, they cheering. Jordan Lilly's giving high fives and pancakes, and referee Tom Grant says Alistair Leake has dropped the ball over the line. 0-0. It remains here in a pulsating K2 Yorkshire Cup final.
Some real desperate scrambling defence from us there, and we've held out there. You know, whilst we'll be disappointed that we've had to defend 4 sets, I'm sure John will be really thrilled, you know, with the attitude and application of all the players to make sure that Batley don't get over the line.
Rowan Milnes, a young head on a lot of experience with Jordan Lilly, as Ethan Ryan gets to his feet. He'll play the ball. It goes to Hitchcock's. Hitchcock's back to Lilly. Lilly to Minchella. Bradford keeping the ball alive as Minchella will be brought down in a three-man tackle, led there by Dickinson, Galbraith and Jouffre. Wildy to Green. James Green, close season signing from Castleford. He gets a quick play of the ball away as Bradford slowly move towards the halfway line. The last 5-6 minutes, the game predominantly played inside the Bradford half, as Milnes is going to kick early in the count, and he finds touch 20 metres out from the Batley line. That tells me, John, the Bulls have been doing a lot of defence. The fancy a breather.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that's the best kick that there by Rowan. You know, he's probably needed to get some elevation on that, you know, right in the corner with a really strong chase.
Well, John Keir was justifiably encouraged by Bradford completing a third win over fellow championship opposition last weekend. 20 points to 18 it was in the semi-final at Odsall. 2 tries from Minchella and a try from Evans. Keys 1 from 1, Milnes 3 from 3, and crucially that penalty with 10 minutes to go. But certainly John Kay arrives here at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium feeling that the coaching staff are very well prepared and pleased with the pre-season preparations today. This game this afternoon, the 5th pre-season fixture for the Bulls, and don't forget they've still got one more to go next Saturday, 2 o'clock kickoff. Bradford against Toronto in the Transatlantic Cup, a game you can listen to live on Bulls Live for anybody joining us from Toronto. So from that scrum, Batley, they've gone 40 metres upfield as Leake once again finds Gledel. Gledel's going to be brought down on tackle number 4, just to the left of centre field. We're in the 22nd minute here, looking for first points as Sam Wood, on loan from Huddersfield, goes on a right-angled run. The Browls defence of Oakes and Ryan trying to take him into touch. That'll be the last tackle. Batley 20 metres out on that far stand edge. The kick's going to come down in centre field. But what a fantastic take there from Jordan Lilly. Lilly under pressure from both Brown and Galbraith. But Jordan Lilly takes that one like a true hero. 0-0 it remains. The Bulls moving the ball out from their own 20.
Yeah, real quality take there, you know, from Jordan Lilly. He under a fair bit of pressure. He's not, you know, the tallest in the world, but his technique was very good at catching that ball. We just need to get a little bit more momentum, a bit more speed coming out the zone end. They seem to be controlling us quite well there.
Batley naming 17 players from that semi-final win over York. Bradford 14. Gibson coming in for Josh Rickett. But if you're just joining us on Bulls TV, Bulls Live this afternoon, Ashley Gibson off the field with what appears to be a right shoulder injury. So Hitchcock's coming on early, and we'll try and get a half-time update for you. Bradford on the last tackle, straight towards Retty on that left-hand edge, and he somehow gets the ball from behind those 2 Bradford defenders and gets it away to Jouffre, who will play the ball 10 metres forward on the Bradford 40. So Batley have got a near as perfect full set of 6 inside the Bradford half, as Michael Ward, the Batley interchange second row forward, is going to be brought down by Green and Kirk in a 2-man tackle. 20 metres out, real attritional stuff here at the Mount. Batley 0, Bradford 0. Pulsating K2 Yorkshire Cup final, the first final since 1992 when Wakefield defeated the Sheffield Eagles at Ellen Road. Batley looking for first points once more. James Brown will play the ball in front of the post on the last tackle, but once again it's another coach killer. Bradford have given away a penalty on the last.
I mean, I think they're going to play again here, Batley. You know, which is it's a brave thing to do. You know, you'd probably thought they might have taken 2 easy points there, but we've certainly got to stop giving away, you know, cheap penalties, Mick. And we're doing too much defending in his own half at the moment.
Leak to Jouffre to Hemingway. Hemingway's brought down on the second tackle. Leak on the right-hand edge to Brambeni. Sam Wood over the Bradford line. Push back in the field of play. Scrambling defence from the Bulls on the edges. Quick play the ball once again. Brambeni has it in centre field. Kicks behind towards Lilly. Lilly alert and ready to the danger. Palms it dead. Second goal line drop out. The Bulls have conceded in this first half, and once again the Bulls defends. Wow, 0-0 it remains.
Terrific defence from the Bulls. Lots of effort there. Brambeni and Jouffre are getting the kicks away too easy for me, and that's twice I think we've conceded dropouts off the back of short kits. Great positional work from our guys, making sure that we've dealt with the threat, but we've got another 6 to defend here, Mick.
The Bulls supporters cheering every tackle behind the posts as it goes once again from Leak, who's doing overtime out there in that dummy half role. He's coordinating everything, and here comes an error there from the Batley Bulldogs. Mikey Wood putting the squeeze on, and James Brown looks absolutely disgusted. The ball is squeezed out, head and feet to the Bulls, and that could be a momentum changer, John. 14 minutes to half-time, Batley 0, Bradford 0.
Yeah, we needed that, Mick. We needed that. They've come up with an error there of Batley. I think it's on play 2, you know, which is great for us, but we need to be playing it right area at field now, and hopefully this will allow us, you know, to turn things around and the momentum of the game.
And you talk about changing the momentum and direction of the game. We're going to see a triple interchange from John Keir. On will come Steve Crossley. He's been named as the captain for 2019, and Steve Crossley back from injury. Off will come Mikey Wood, and Steve Crossley's out there. He's looking to get involved on this set of 6, and Bradford 40 metres out from that Batley try line over on the far stand side. Ethan Ryan to Milnes. Milnes to Crossley. Steve Crossley makes 10 metres on his first carry. It comes through unscathed. That'll build the confidence. It goes from Wildy to Milnes. Milnes to Lilly. Lilly to Minchella. And Minchella's wrapped up 20 metres out from the Batley line. 13 minutes to half-time as it goes to Lilly. To Evans. Evans on this right-hand edge. Miracle pass to Hitchcock. Jai Hitchcock's is over. But the referee says forward pass. The try will not count. The Bulls go close.
Yeah, that were an opportunity on that right edge on that short side play, but the referee said no. Linesman, sorry, forward pass.
So scrum, head and feet to the Bulldogs. 13 minutes to half-time here. Batley 0, Bradford 0. Jouffre out of dummy half. Batley just moving it on this right-hand edge. John, I think we've got a set of 6 for a bit of a breather and a bit of reflection on where this game's going at the moment.
Yeah, I think to be fair, Mick, it's a really tight game. You know, just at the minute, you know, through penalties, you know, through repeat sets, they've just had the edge.
Oh, it's picked off here. Ross Oakes has intercepted the ball, and Ross Oakes will touch down 5 metres to the left-hand side of the post. Johnny Campbell comes in. The referee Tom Grant looks. Oakes was onside, he'd retreated back the 10. The Bulls have opened the scoring in the K2 Yorkshire Cup final, and it's Ross Oakes stalls the ball. He's gone 30 metres downfield.
That's a great read from Ross Oakes, is that, and we talked earlier about, you know, Batley Bulldogs being prepared to shift the ball nice and early on play 2 and 3. They've done that there, and it's a great read from Oakesy, and he scored just to the left-hand side of the stick. That's a real reprieve. Hopefully, Mick, now we can start to get a little bit more momentum in this game and play more football down at their end. But I've got to say, it's been a big defensive effort from our guys. Really committed, because they've had some sets up here at Batley.
That's not the first time though, John. Batley, they've tried a risky ball over on that right-hand edge, looking to catch the Bulls out, and this time it was Oakes who raced out of that defensive line, and he took this pass, sweet as you like, as Milnes will try this conversion attempt. 5 metres to the left-hand side of the post. This to give the Bulls the extra 2 points. Milnes, no mistake. Bulls TV, Bulls Live, Mick Gledall, John Bastion, your call team this afternoon. Batley, Bulldogs 0, Bradford Bulls 6, and there's no one more deserving from the pre-season efforts than Ross Oakes.
He's been good as Ross. He's worked really hard in pre-season. His performances have been consistent and honest, and he's got his starting position today on in that left-hand side centre, and a nice little reward for him there. Hopefully he can get another couple, Mick, as well.
Well, the average age of the Bradford side last Sunday against Huddersfield was 22 years and 4 months. It's up to 24 years and 2 months this afternoon, so a bit more experienced out there from the Bulls.
It's interesting, Steve Cross has just come on field and straight away he's starting to punch some holes, you know, in those middles out there in Batley boys. He's a big man, is Steve, runs strong, and he finds his front particularly well, and he's starting to give us some momentum down the field.
James Green's brought down on the third tackle on the restart, just 2 metres shy of the halfway line. Flanagan out there with Milton. Milton's brought down 5 metres inside the Batley half. It's going to go from Flanagan to Lilly. Lilly spotted something on this right-hand edge. It's a high hanging kick. Minchella and Hitchcock's chasing. Scott gets there first, but Scott takes it on his own 10-metre line and is immediately smothered there by Minchella. And Hitchcock's in a 2-man Bradford tackle, and Campbell has to run the ball out of dummy half, and he's rolled over there by Lilly and Flanagan. He'll get a quick play of the ball in. Batley just outside their own 20-metre line, so that kick from Jordan Lilly turning the Bulldogs around. And if you're just joining us, we've had 30 minutes gone here at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium, and it is the Batley Bulldogs 0, the Bradford Bulls 6. Ross Oakes intercepting a loose Lewis Ufre pass and going 30 metres to the left-hand side of the post. That is just as tight as it's been. It literally is a game of inches and percentages as it goes on the last tackle for the Bulldogs. They're going on the power play. It's touched Rowan Mills's right arm, picked up by Wood over on that right-hand edge, and referee Tom Grant will rub the tackle count back to 1.
Yeah, what I like about what we did there is we put more pressure on their kicker there. I think it was Brombarney. And they've just come up with a fortunate touch there from one of our players and got a repeat set.
Batley. 3 tackles remaining in the bag. 30 metres out from the Bradford line at centre field. And the referee will just stop the clock. The Batley man just down, going to receive a bit of attention there from the Bulldogs physio. And I've got to say, John, that triple interchange of Milton, Flanagan and Crossley, that has ever so slightly moved the momentum in favour of John Keir's side.
Yeah, it has, Mick. You know, and certainly Steve started punching some holes in the Bradford middles. You know, like I've said, you know, Steve runs strong. You know, he's a smart player. He finds a little bit of space. He gets on his front and he gives us some quick wins. I still think there's more in us. You know, when we get the ball, and hopefully we get a period, you know, in this game where we can really apply, you know, some pressure as Batley, you know, start to tire, you know, towards the 3/4 mark of this game. But I think we've got to be mindful of Leake jumping out, you know, from dummy half. Geoffrey and Brambani, sorry. You know, their kicking game is pretty important to this Batley team, and certainly they'll be looking for that, you know, in the second half. So putting them under more pressure, you know, through our chasers will be really important, you know, to the outcome. We don't want them just to have, you know, an easy day, finding easy field position and making it comfortable for them, because the second half will be even tougher, you know, than the first half effort.
Well, we're just about to get proceedings back underway. Tom Hemingway has had strapping applied to the forehead. On goes the gold scrum cap, and once again it'll be Leake out of dummy half to Brambani. Brambani out to Scott. Scott on that right-hand edge, wrapped up there in a 2-man tackle. Mills and Milton, as Milton comes in across on that right-hand edge, and there's a bit of force there in that tackle as Milton has George Flanagan to bring down the Batley man. Batley have gone without the ball once again, but the referee will say it has touched the arm of Elliot Minchella. So another fresh set of 6 for the Bulldogs, their 3rd set of 6 now inside the Bradford half. James Brown swats off Matty Wilde, can't get past Connor Farrell and Steve Crossley. and he's finally brought down on tackle number 1. 25 metres out from the Bradford line. 8.5 minutes remaining here in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final, and here we go. You can hear the huge collisions in the background. This one's heating up to max force 10. Brown inside the Bradford 10. Loose pass, and that's a knock-on from the Bulldogs. Lewis Frey remonstrates with the match official. He looks absolutely disgusted, but that'll be scrum head and feet to the Bulls. That Bulls defence resilient, redoubtable. They keep their line intact, and it remains 6-0.
Again, Mick, we were defending that set well. I think they were on play 4 there, and the referees judged, that they've knocked the ball out. I didn't see that one, if I'm honest with you, Mick. Looked a bit unfortunate, but we'll take that one. We've got the ball back now, and let's get back down there with a smart set of 6. Some fast, hard running. As backs have got to take a little bit of heat here, certainly off our forwards. They've been defending a lot through middle. It's a big set for us, this.
Well, let me tell you something now. Jordan Lilly took an absolute age to put the ball in at the scrum there. We were very close to the 30-second limit, and if Jordan Lilly hadn't just moved the ball out from the ruck and towards James Green on that left-hand edge, then let me tell you, it would have been a penalty to the Bulldogs. As it is, here comes Bradford with Milton. Milton to Crossley. Crossley's wrapped up on the second tackle. 20 metres short of the halfway line as it goes from Flanagan to Milton, the former Hulkington Rovers man, wrapped up on his own 40-metre line. George Flanagan's going to make 5 metres forward, wins the penalty because Galbraith and Brown all over George Flanagan in the tackle, and the Batley supporters and the Batley players not happy with that. I think they've been old-schooled by Gorgeous George.
He's good as George at that. He tried really hard then to get a quick play of the ball. Referee said they had an hand on him. It's a good one for us, Mick. Good field position.
Bulls TV, Bulls Live, Mick Gledhill, John Bastian, Ross Oakes, the try scorer thus far in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final. Converted by Milne, 6-0 the Bulls lead. We've got 6 minutes to go to half time, and Bradford now a full set of 6, 20 metres out from the Batley line as it goes from Flanagan to Milton. Milton's brought down in a 2-man tackle, 8 metres out in front of the post. The sun shining down here on Mount Pleasant as Flanagan goes on that left edge angle to Lilly to Milnes out wide to Pickersgill to Oakes. Oakes tries to reach out and roll over. Oakes is literally inches out from the line. Ryan in at dummy half, quick play the ball back down the middle to Green. Green palms the ball back towards Lilly. Lilly sucks in that defence, finds Evans. Evans on this right hand edge past Campbell. Galbraith comes in as the last man, and Evans will have to get to his feet. He'll have to play the ball. Bradford just losing a little bit of structure there as it goes back down this right hand edge with Milton. Last tackle, 10 metres out. Crossley to Milnes. Milnes, perfectly weighted rubber into the Batley in goal area. Batley concede the goal line dropout, and that is just as good as a try.
Well, I think that's certainly the repeat set we've been looking for, Mick. Certainly, for probably the last 20-25 minutes, and it gives us a great opportunity to build some more pressure on the Batley defence.
Let's just give a huge, massive plaudits to Lewis Galbraith and Johnny Campbell on this right-hand edge. Certainly, Rhys Evans, Jai Hitchcox, they're not going to just walk in this afternoon.
Mate, both teams are really committed. Defensively, though, every player, is throwing their hands up, mate, and it's a real big carry there from Steve Crossley, and somebody's gone down hurt there. Hopefully, he's okay.
The referee will stop the clock because Steve Crossley, he was the recipient of the ball from Jordan Lilly, and he went full steam ahead, put the coal in the fire, let the steam rise, and the poor Batley player is just down. He's been knocked over like a skittle in the bowling alley, and it's Keenan Tomlinson, another one of those former Bradford players that are now playing their trade of rugby league around the grounds.
He is, yeah. He was a Bradford Academy player, and he's come across here with Matt Diskin, and he's playing regular first grade over his, and he's working really hard. In his pre-season games that I've seen him, he's done particularly well, and hopefully he's okay. Then he's running to, Steve's running to him there. He's a big man, he's Steve, and he's carrying he's coming off, but he'll be fine. Will Keenan? He's a tough kid.
Referee Tom Grant just making sure Steve Crossley is okay to play the ball. He gets the thumbs up. from the Bulls physio staff. Keenan Tomlinson leaves the field. He'll go for the head concussion test. And referee Tom Grant, this making sure Steve Crossley plays the ball in the correct position, which is just outside the Batley 30-metre line in a centre field position. It's going to go from Milnes to Milton. Milton's brought down to the left-hand side. Milnes across the face of the post. Once again, the zip and the zag as it goes from Lilly. Lilly to Pickersgill, who chimes into this defensive line. But Pickersgill can't make any inroads forward and is wrapped up there by Manning in a two-man tackle. Flanagan to Lilly. Lilly to Milnes. Milnes drops the shoulder, nearly goes through. That's the fourth tackle gone here for the Bulls. 4.5 minutes to go to half time. Are they about to get a second try of the afternoon in this Yorkshire Cup final? Lilly to Minchella. The space on the right hand edge. Minchella inside the Batley 10. Upended by Manning. Last tackle, says Tom Grant. It goes to Lilly. Lilly's pass picked up by Campbell. Campbell's away. Has Campbell got enough toe? He beats Flanagan. He's not going to beat Rowan Milnes. And Rowan Milnes comes in with James Green for good measure. The danger's not over yet for the Bulls. Someone's going for 10 minutes and they're not, because James Green and Rowan Milnes, they've come up with a bell ringer. Johnny Campbell's lost the ball on contact on the floor. Oh my word.
Johnny Campbell's got an intercept there. He's just been on about their left edge defensively. He's got an intercept. He's gone right up short of the half foot, but Chase coming back, coming across, terrific. And young Rowan Milnes, can't remember. And Brandon Pickersgill totally got it covered, and then trying to play the ball has come up with an error. We've got the ball back with 3 minutes to go, Mick.
Wow, talk about a coach killer, because John, if that ball doesn't come loose and a Bradford player's dislodged it, Bradford are down to 12 men.
Yeah, for sure, but that's not the case, Mick.
I know it's not the case. I'm just saying it's another small line. Bulls Live, Bulls TV. A bit of realism and perspective from John Bastian, my co-commentator this afternoon, the head of youth. And now Connor Farrell. He's brought down in a two-man tackle by Dane Manning and Jack Downs. And Jack Downs, the Hull FC man, he's put pressure and Farrell's lost the ball. So, Batley on the halfway line. 2 minutes to half time. Batley 0, Bradford 6. This one incredibly tight, John.
It's a good game, Mick. It's a really hard physical contest, and there's no easy tries on offer for either team. So both, certainly we've got to be patient. I'm hoping that we're going to get some smart field position, in the second half. If we get some good sets coming out of his own end, some good kick and good kick chase, chances are, we can make it very hard, for Batley to get back down here, and there's more points in us for sure.
Sam Wood on the right edge on tackle number 1. Tackle number 2, we'll see Toby Everett play the ball. 20 out from the Bradford line. Batley now on tackle number 3. We've got just under 2 minutes remaining as Brambani gets a quick play of the ball in, and we go back down the middle with James Brown. James Brown sucks in Flanagan, offloads the ball. Lewis Dufresne, past Milnes, can't get past Farrell, and Farrell makes amends there with that tackle. Try-saving tackle on Dufresne for his earlier error. They're going to try brute force and crash over the line. Jack Downs is over, but Jack Downs is held up over the line. Scrambling defence from Ethan Ryan.
Yeah, certainly great work there, from, I think it was Connor Farrell, Rowan Milnes were involved in it, and Green. There's some terrific defence, and they've come up with an error now of Batley. It's been an entertaining game, Mick.
Well, let me tell you, this one has got more pulse than 1,000 jellyfish in the Pacific. This one is going left and right. And I'll tell you something now, John, that was a last tackle play. Matt Diskin, well, he's still got a little bit of hair on top, but at full time when we interview him, he might be just as bald as John Keir, because these are coach killers for the Bulldogs. They've had so much possession and territory inside that Bradford 20. They've just not been able to break down this Bulls defence.
Yeah, mate, they've had some good opportunities of Batley. They've had some very good field position, going up the hill in the first half. But I got to give loads of credit, to Bradford Bulls, how well we defended, for it's 43 seconds left, mate. We'll take a lot of positives out of that.
Bradford move the ball from Flanagan to Crossley. Crossley brought down a regular talisman of the Bulls in 2019, regularly doing 80 minutes on the field in Betfred League One. He will be a huge asset for the Bulls and John Keir's playing personnel in 2019. 20 seconds remaining. Bradford on the last. George Flanagan has took one to the face. It's on in back play. The referee, though, will say it was legal. He'll say it was on the shoulder first. It did end up in the face. That's what's got the Bull supporters animated in this main stand sound. The hooter will sound with Campbell being brought down by Evans. And here we go. It's on. There's punches. It's a 23-man all-in. And the hooters sound here, John, and this is all on the back off of George Flanagan taking one to the face in back play.
Yeah, I think the referee got that one wrong. I think that Dane Manning hit George Flanagan late there, he's caught him across the face, and that's escalated. George has gone in there and done a bit of pushing and shoving, and then it's blown up a little bit. It's had everything this game today, Mick.
Well, it's still going on. Steve Crossley now a calm head, trying to get his teammates away from those maroon and gold shirted Batley players, both touch judges on, and George Flanagan having a word with the referee there. He's saying, what about Manning's attack to my face? And so too the Batley players saying that George Flanagan's thrown a punch late in the tackle. So we got a huge decision from referee Tom Grant right at the very end of this first half. Both sides are separated. He'll take the report from the touch judges, and I think, John, we want to keep it at 13-13, but if we're being brutally honest, that should have been a penalty to the Bulls.
Yeah, I thought he's caught George right across the face there as Dane Manning. And I think the linesman and the referee have got that one wrong. George is then, he's obviously there, he's full of it, he's gone over there, a little bit of pushing and shoving, and then a few players just move in, and then there's a few. I don't think there's a lot in it, Mick. I won't be sending any players off or you might sin bin them, but I won't send any players off for a little scuffle like that.
George Flanagan has been sent to the sin bin by referee Tom Grant. So too Dane Manning. So Manning and Flanagan are in the sin bin. There'll be no penalties. Referee Tom Grant, a shrill blast. It's remaining for Batley and Bradford in their quest for their first piece of silverware of the 2019 Rugby League season. Both teams, remember, down to 12 men for the opening 9 minutes of this second half. Bradford lead 6 points to 0, and Bradford will be going up the slope in this second half. And John, a lot of people always say the slope's worth a couple of try lead. Bradford are going to have to do it tough in this second half.
Yeah, I'll go for that, Mick, a little bit. But I think if you certainly play the pitch, correctly, you can score. Let's turn ball over there, Mick.
An early error at the start of this second half. Bradford's 5th error of the afternoon. We'll see Johnny Campbell carry the ball in towards that Bradford line. The former Bradford man just brought down inside the Bradford 20-metre line. So, early pressure now for the Bulldogs. Leak. Brambani. Jouffre! Jake Webster flies out of that defensive line, and Lewis Jouffre will feel that one. The danger not over yet as it goes to Sam Wood on this right-hand edge. Sam Wood keeps the ball alive. He was going towards that main stand side, but he somehow got the ball out to Downs. Jack Downs is wrapped up. We'll get the thoughts of John Bastian shortly, but this is an exciting start to the second half again. An enthralling Yorkshire Cup final here at the Mount as Rhys Evans will stop that Batley attack, but the ball's out. It goes to Galbraith, to Campbell. Campbell back on the inside to Galbraith. Galbraith towards the Bradford line. A metre out. 4th tackle gone. We've had 90 seconds at the start of this second half. Incessant pressure from the Bulldogs. Going down the slope, remember. Campbell's pitch one from dummy half. The referee, Tom Grant, awards the try. It's Batley's first points in the Yorkshire Cup final, and it's come off the back of that Bradford error.
Yeah, we defended that really well there, and they've just got a real soft sneak, you know, on goal line. We'll be disappointed with that, Mick.
It was all building nicely, John. Finally, after 42 and a half minutes, the Bulls' defensive resolve has been broken, and the kick will come from that far stand side. It was Johnny Campbell just showing that awareness, that quick thinking to just scoop the ball up at dummy half and put it down over the line. And Dave Scott now has an opportunity to add on the extra 2 points, albeit from a difficult position on the far stand side. Batley 4, Bradford 6. Not the start that head coach John Keir would have envisaged after walking out of the dressing room at half time, but the Bulls will pick themselves back up off it. And Scott looking at the ball, looking at the post, as we said time and time again, drawing that imaginary line, and this one will go between the posts. We're locked up, 6 points apiece. The kick is good.
Yeah, it's game on again, and that early error there from Green, you know, giving Batley some smart field position, and they threw the ball about again, and they tried to get some width on it, but we defended it really well, and just disappointing that we've conceded that on our goal line. You know, a little sneak from Johnny Campbell.
Bradford back on the halfway line. Jordan Lilly about to get proceedings underway. Let's give the York City Knights a bit of recognition and reward. They defeated Dewsbury at Bootham Crescent yesterday evening by 34 points to 0 in the Yorkshire Cup Plate final, which of course was played out between the two losing semi-finalists being York and Dewsbury. So York laying down a huge marker ahead of the new championship season, which starts exactly 2 weeks today. So 2 weeks today will be at Odsall, Bradford against Featherstone, as Alistair Leake out of dummy half to Ward. Ward's going to be brought down just to the left of centre field. Back to come on this right hand edge to Wood. Wood past Milnes. Wood still going, can't get past Pickersgill and Farrell as Bradford shore up their defence. That'll be the last tackle though for Batley. 20 metres out, Brambani, a clever kick on the right hand edge towards Ethan Ryan, and Ethan Ryan smothered there, and it's a penalty to the Bulls, a relieving penalty because the Dewsbury wingers are offside inside the 10. 4 penalties apiece now. 5 minutes gone in the second half. 6 points apiece here at Mount Pleasant in the K2 Yorkshire Cup final.
Yeah, that's a relieving penalty, that, because again, you know, you can see that they're constantly looking, you know, to promote the ball into space or Batley, you know, so they've got a little bit more running opportunities. And our left edge there, we've done some good defence actually on our left edge. We just left some gaps, you know, for Wood to go straight through, and it gave the kicker, you know, plenty of time to pick out where he wanted to put it.
Matty Wildy scoops the ball up at dummy half on the halfway line, and it'll be Steve Crossley on the second tackle. The floodlights just slowly turning on here as the light starts to fade. Rhys Evans will play the ball on the far stand side. Lilly looking electric in the halves, along the line to Farrell, to Webster. Webster's brought down 25 metres out from the Batley line, and it's the pressure of Brambani and Wood that has forced Jake Webster into Bradford's second error at the start of this second half. It will be a scrum, head and feet to the Batley Bulldogs on their own 25 metre line. And for those that are just joining us on Bulls TV, Bulls Live, the Bulldogs this afternoon line up with Dave Scott at fullback, wing three-quarter line of Wayne Retty, Sam Wood, Lewis Galbraith, Johnny Campbell. The halves will be Lewis Ufrain, Don Brambani. The forwards Adam Gledall, Alistair Leake, Toby Everett, Dane Manning, Jack Downs and Tyler Dickinson. And on the interchange bench, James Brown, Sam Smeaton, Tom Hemingway, Alex Breverton, Michael Ward, Daniel Yates and Keenan Tomlinson. The Bulls line up then this afternoon: Brandon Pickersgill, Rhys Evans, Ashley Gibson, who left the field in the first half with a shoulder injury. We'll get a full-time update from John Keir on that. Ross Oakes, Ethan Ryan. The halves, Rowan Milnes and Jordan Lilly this afternoon. Both Joe Keys and Dane Chisholm out injured. And on the forward bench, it'll be Liam Kirk, Manny Wildy, John Magrin, Connor Farrell, Elliot Minchella and Mikey Wood. On the interchange bench, quickly for the Bulls, Hitchcox, Webster, Crossley, Flanagan, Green, Staunton and Milton. As Batley move the ball up and over halfway, and it's one of those slow pedestrian play the balls, and the referee's got Bradford for not being square at the marker defence, and Brambani will kick into touch, and Batley have a full set of 6, 20 out from the Bradford line, John.
Man, we've started this not particularly well. There's a penalty there, 2 errors from 2 sets. And we've got to be better. We don't want to be defending down here. Early on, we want to be up there and putting some pressure on the Batley try line.
So here come the Bulldogs. They're looking for back-to-back scores. They're 4 metres out from the Bradford line in front of the post. James Green stands tall in defence and brings down Brambani, leaking at dummy half. Alistair Leake tries to show and go, and the Bulls' defence holds firm. It's just beginning to shake a little. Out of dummy half, it'll go from Leake to Brambani to Jouffre to Galbraith, out towards Johnny Campbell, and Jai Hitchcox has touched that in motion. This will be head and feed to the Bradford Bulls, though the touch judge will say Hitchcox didn't touch it. Bit of a let off there from the Bulls, but once again that defence, John, it's getting in the eye line, causing indecision, hesitation, and Matt Diskin won't be pleased with that poor end to that set.
It was certainly an opportunity there, for Batley. There seemed to be a little bit of space, but we defended it well, on our right edge. They've come up with the error, which is great, but it's important, Mick, we start getting to kicks at the end of our sets and good chases. Make Batley turn round and work hard up this big hill.
The Bulls supporters now in the background asking for a penalty. None forthcoming, but they get more than a penalty because Steve Crossley goes on a 15-metre charge down the heart and throat of this Batley defence as it goes back on the right edge towards Milton. Milton's caught high, and that'll be a penalty to the Bradford Bulls, their 5th of the afternoon, and this now will put the Bulldogs under pressure as we're about to see both sides back to 13 as George Flanagan's just warming up in front of our commentary position. They'll be forced to hold out for this set of 6. So too Matty Staunton about to come on, so John Keir about to ring the changes. 6 points apiece in a real West Yorkshire thriller here. A lot of competitiveness out there. That's all down to the Yorkshire Cup. So here we go. George Flanagan back out on the field. Both sides back to 13 as it goes to Lilly. Lilly towards the Batley line. Brought down on the 3rd tackle. 5 metres out. Centre field position. Another penalty coming up here to the Bradford Bulls. Steve Crossley looks towards John Keir. John Keir says don't even think about going for 2. We know last week it's only a trial game and he has the winning edge, but the Bulls, he feels, as Milnes comes off for Staunton, John Keir's going to say, John, they're going to go and they can smell blood. They fancy a try here as Milton's held up on the 1st tackle.
Yeah, we just got to be patient here and build pressure. We've got a full set of 6 here to play to.
Pickersgill brought down by Wood. And Manning on that left-hand edge. Webster out of dummy half. It's going to go back there towards Wildy. Wildy now in the halves with Lilly, controlling that direction and flow. And he's going to link with Lilly across the face of the post. Lilly towards the line. But Manny Wildy's been taken out. A late shoulder charge there on Manny Wildy. The touch shot straight on here. Batley could be in trouble. James Green getting involved. Here we go. It's getting fiery out there. The Yorkshire Cup of old, reborn, is alive.
Yeah, I missed that one. I followed the ball there, Mick, to our right edge. And he's obviously there. He's caught him late there. The referee's seen it, to be fair. Matty Wilder going to half back and young Staunton going into right side back row.
Well, referee Tom Grant is going to the back pocket. It was a late shoulder charge on Manny Wildy, and it's going to be Toby Everett who sees 10 minutes in the bin. So a crucial period of this game now, and the referee has just put Batley on the team warning as well for good measure. 3 quick penalties they've conceded. It was a late challenge off the ball. He's not agreeing with the decision, Toby Everett, but he'll take his place in front of our commentary position. And Bradford now, another set of 6. James Green towards the line. It's like King Canute trying to stop the waves, but James Green is held up. The referee will say the Batley defence have held him up. We go back to the 10. This is what the championship is going to be all about in 2019. Here goes Farrell on the left edge. He takes that Batley defence. There's numbers missing in the middle. Lilly, back it goes to Milton. Milton to Crossley. Crossley's held up inches away from the Batley line. George Flanagan out of dummy half. He's held up by Manning. Manning comes in. So too the Sam Smeaton who's on. And Flanagan's over the Batley line. He's going to go back to the 10. Referee Tom Grant though will say the original tackle completed on that Batley line. This is frenetic stuff. Lilly out wide. Hitchcock's into the corner. Puts the fend in Campbell. Campbell can't get rid of Hitchcock as Hitchcock offloads the ball back to Lilly. Lilly to Evans. Evans gets his head down in front of the Batley post, and it's the last tackle, 15 metres out, centre field. It goes to Wildy. Wildy, one-man band, back it goes to Pickersgill. Pickersgill looking for Ethan Ryan. Retty jumps the highest and takes the ball. The pressure's off for the Bulldogs because Webster and Ryan were inside the 10, and now there's a bit of a silliness there with Connor Farrell pushing Sam Ward, and the touch judge is on again, JB. It's heating up.
It is. The both teams totally committed. There's no love lost out there today. But it's a real Yorkshire Cup final, and both teams certainly want to win this.
Difficult to hear ourselves speak, let alone think, with a noise reverberating round Mount Pleasant this afternoon. But there's just a calmness has descended over the stadium as referee Tom Grant speaks to both Steve Crossley and Dominic Brambani, the Batley and Bradford captains. And I think we know what that's all about, John. It's all about just calming things down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You could see there, that they slowed it down a fair bit then. I'm not sure how long that took. Like, I'm sure it were over a minute, before that ball was kicked to touch.
Well, it's Batley Bulldogs 6, Bradford Bulls 6. This one has had everything. We've got 26 minutes remaining in the K2 Yorkshire Cup final of 2019, and it's Dane Manning and Tyler Dickinson on the early drives as John Keir looks to bring back on Kirk and Wood as it goes to Jouffre. Jouffre brought down by Staunton and Green on that left-hand edge, and Batley just outside the Bradford 20-metre line as it goes from Alistair Leake. Leake in turn will give the ball there to Manning, and Manning once again fronting up his second carry in this set of 6. It goes to Brown. Brown to Brambani. Brambani can't get past Flanagan, and that's the last tackle there for the Batley Bulldogs. They're 10 metres out, 20 in from this right-hand edge. They're going to go on this short stand side. Sam Smeaton's kick towards Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan, cool as you like, composed and collective there. He realised that Smeaton had just put a little bit too much on it. It's run dead in goal, and it will be a 7-tackle set for John Keir's side. And we're still locked up, JB, 6 points apiece. Somebody once told me this wasn't supposed to happen outside Super League.
Yeah, it's a terrific spectacle, isn't it, for championship, and like I've said earlier, both teams really want to win, this competition. But ultimately, Mick, it's going to be about who secures smart field position, who's going to win this. It's that tight.
The pressure now focusing on Lewis Jouffre, Don Brambani, Jordan Lilly and Matty Wildy as George Flanagan picks the ball up out of dummy half, and he's now being caught high by Dane Manning once again. No love lost between Manning and Flanagan, and Bradford now, they lead the penalty count, 7 penalties to 6. Here we go. Bradford 35 metres out from the Batley line, playing up the slope. Matty Staunton on tackle number 1, brought down by Manning and Dickinson. Just to the right of centre field, Batley, of course, down to 12 men for the next 5 minutes. Toby Everett sent to the sin bin for a late tackle on Matty Wilder. Here goes Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly trying to pirouette his way past the Batley defence. Gets the quick play of the ball in. Can they stop the surge of George Flanagan? George Flanagan attacking Galbraith and Smeaton. And the referee is, here we go, John Magrin's involved. It's on again, John. Penalty to the Bulls here underneath the Batley post, and this has got the fans on the edge of the seats.
Yeah, they're certainly they're getting round George's head a fair bit there. No doubt that would a penalty again there. Again, same like the one over here. Dave Manning caught him, around the jawline, and we're getting some good field position off the back of it. But the referee's he's got to take a little bit of control now, and certainly somebody else will be going in the bin if they're not looking.
John Keir has just put 2 fingers in the air. He has called for the 2 points. The penalty's awarded in front of the Batley posts on the Batley try line, and the referee will say it was a high challenge, and Jordan Lilly has a kick at goal, a chance to restore Bradford's lead, albeit by 2 points in this real frenetic, enthralling ripper of a Yorkshire Cup final. Time back on. Lilly waits for the kicking tee. Wow, John. This shows you the pressure's getting to not just the players but the coaching staff. 2 points.
I just we've got 23 minutes, 24 minutes left, Mick, and you can see how tight this game is going to be. And it might be 2 points. You can see that, but hopefully we can get the ball here now, from the kick-off, and we can get to a kick, a strong chase, and start turning them round up this big hill, because it'll be down to the team that's the fittest in the last 20 minutes that's going to win this game.
Jordan Lilly, 1 from 1 this afternoon. He's taken over kicking duties from Rowan Mills. And on Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Mick Gledhill, John Bastian, your call team for this K2 Yorkshire Cup final here at Mount Pleasant. It is Batley Bulldogs 6, Bradford Bulls 8, 23 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Who is your money on, John? I don't think anyone's a betting man going to put any money on the winner of this one.
Well, I'm going to say Bradford Bulls all day long, Mick, comfortably, and there's no reason why we can't and why we shouldn't win this game. We've got to do a few little things that make that happen, but there's no reason why we can't. It's interesting, Mick, that the quality of the game, is a really good, hard, strong standard, and these players totally committed. A lot of them do work. Some of our guys are full-time, but the difference between Super League and certainly Championship, is probably, we know the margins, can be at times big, but it's just a little bit of quality, and certainly, I've got a penalty there, Mick, but certainly, the endeavour and the commitment of these players is just as much, and when Super League players drop down into the Championship, and the speed's not as quick, and they don't have those players around them that can get them out of certain things, with skills, etc., and being full-time, they realise what a really good competition it is.
Bradford on the restart, we're moving the ball up the famous Mount Pleasant slope, and it was Mikey Wood who was caught high by Tom Hemingway. The war cry of "Come on, you Bulls," ringing around Mount Pleasant, this small, tight, compact, traditional ground of rugby league. And Bradford with a fresh set of 6 now, up to halfway via the footwork and drive of John Magrin. It goes to Wildy to Lilly along the line to Staunton. Staunton's brought down 30 metres out from the Batley post. Flanagan back in centre field to Lilly looking for runners, finds Connor Farrell. Farrell brought down by Sam Wood, and that's the 4th tackle gone here for John Keir's side. Connor Farrell plays the ball 20 out from the Batley line. Once again it will transverse into centre field towards Mikey Wood. Mikey Wood wrapped up by Lewis Galbraith. It's the last tackle for the Bulls. They're going on the power play with Rhys Evans. They're inside the 10. Rhys Evans has come up with the error. Jordan Lilly and George Flanagan, are saying that it's been reefed out and it should be back to 1. But referee Tom Grant will say it will be an exchange of possession. It was an error on the last, and Batley keep their line intact with some great defence.
Yeah, what I'm pleased about there, Mick, is for sure. We still had a chance on that last play, but they're going to have to work really hard out of their end now, Batley. Just no penalties from our guys. No penalties. Put the kicker under some pressure, the Batley kicker, and don't let him have it all his own way. There we go.
Tom Hemingway under pressure there from Connor Farrell and Mikey Wood. The error has come. Batley's 8th error of the afternoon, and now Tom Hemingway has given dissent towards Tom Grant, the match official, and they're back on the team warning, John, and this is a penalty to the Bulls, so they've just compounded themselves there, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've conceded a penalty, and obviously somebody's chelped, the referee. Again, it gives us some terrific field position, but Mickey, the retreat line's coming back up this hill, from the side at the top end defending. It takes a lot of gas out of those boys.
It's a loose pass from Lilly. It's picked up from Wayne Retty. Retty has Manny Wildy in pursuit. Retty towards the line. Retty takes a tumble. Wildy drops on Retty. Tackle complete. 10 metres out from the Bradford line. Scott in there at dummy half. The danger not over. Batley have the ball stretched. It's out to Manning. Manning's brought down on the left edge. 5 metres away from the line. Lewis Jouffre is held up by Mikey Wood. The ball's been lost. Mikey Wood, an absolute try-saving tackle. 8-6 to the Bulls. It will remain.
That was terrific. I mean, Wayne Retty, you think there, from a loose pass from us, building pressure to the top end of the field, and a terrific chase back from Matty Wilder. But not just that, the rest of the blokes, they've shifted it from right to left, but we've still managed to get numbers there, and they've come up with an error.
Let me just tell you, that was electrifying rugby league football. Although in the background something has happened outside the tackle, and the referee is going to send. We're waiting to see what colour the card is. It's yellow. And Brandon Pickersgill will be sent to the sin bin. And Batley, they're also going to be reduced now to 11 men. Referee Tom Grant is sending Lewis Galbraith off. So Lewis Galbraith in the sin bin with George Flanagan. It's not Brandon Pickersgill. So George Flanagan's going for his second spell in the sin bin. And we've now got 11 on 12. And that's all after something happened in the lead up to Lewis Jouffre knocking the ball on over the line and giving the Bulls a scrum 10 metres out from their own line. We've had 5 players in the bin. Wow.
It's been entertaining, Mick, from minute 1, and we've still got plenty of time left.
This one is tighter than a Yorkshireman on a stag do in London. This is tight. 18 minutes remain. Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Batley 6, Bradford 8. I tell you something, if the Rugby Football League are listening and they want to package this sport up, send this copy of the DVD to everyone, the sponsors, anybody. This game has had literally everything, and there's still 18 minutes to go to decide who will lift the K2 Yorkshire Cup. Lily's pass this time a bit more conservative into the arms of Kirk. Kirk wrapped up on the halfway line, on his back. Wildy out a dummy half. Kicks into space past Dave Scott. A great kick there from Manny Wildy. That will turn the Bulldogs around, and they will have a scrum 15 metres out from their own try line. But oh my word, everybody in this main stand, everybody in this ground form, Wayne Retty was going to go 80 metres. I don't know what happened, John. I think he just lost his footing.
Well, it just shows you how fit and how sharp Matty Wildy is, and he's a superb professional. You've only got to look at how he conducts himself, around the place, how he trains. His diet's terrific, and he's a really good pro. And I thought his fitness there and his speed, he did a great job at tracking Wayne Retty back down.
I think it's time for the famous line. Strap yourselves in. We're going the distance here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And here we go. It's all on again. There's pushing and shoving at the ruck, and it's all because Liam Kirk's just come on. And it's a huge collision on the Batley second row forward, and the ball has coughed out. Scrum, head and feet to the Bulls, John.
Yeah, this is a terrific opportunity, this, mate. You know, with 17 minutes left now, you know, we've got to be precious with this set, and even if we don't get over the try line, let's see if we can try and get a repeat set or hold them down at the bottom end and make it really difficult for them to come out their own end. You can see now as the game's getting to the back end, Batley have started making some errors.
Back on the field is Toby Everett, so we're back to 12 against 12, and during Toby Everett spelling the bin, it was just that Jordan Lilly penalty goal nudging the Bulls ever so slightly. 8-6 in front. It's Bulls Live, Bulls TV. Batley 6, Bradford 8, and the Bulls looking potentially for a knockout killer blow here in front of the Batley post as it goes from Lilly to Wood. Wood's going to be brought down just to the right hand side of the post, and Matty Wilde in there. In at dummy half, he goes to the Jamaican international John Magrin, who'll be looking to play in the 2021 World Cup over here in the United Kingdom. Wilde to Lilly to Pickersgill. Pickersgill's pass has been touched in flight by Campbell. Campbell couldn't help himself. He had a little sniff. It's got him to touch. It's another set of 6 for the Bulls, and this will run seconds off the clock. 15 minutes to go. If anyone said this was a pre-season fixture, tell the 4,000 fans in South Mount Pleasant and John Keir, who's walking around on the touchline. This one has the real feel of a final, John, and credit to everyone buying into the vision.
Yeah, for sure, Mick. But for me, it's about us playing in the right areas of the field and, you know, building pressure, taking a lot of gas out of the defence, you know, of the Batley boys, and hopefully we can get something out of this set, Mick.
Mikey Wood will play the ball 5 metres out from the Batley line. Mikey Wood's just got a bit of a limping back play, just a bit of cramp walking in off. Matty Wilde out of dummy half. It goes to Lilly on that right hand edge towards Matty Staunton, one of the numerous homegrown players coming off that Bradford Bulls Academy conveyor belt. He's wrapped up 2 metres away from that Batley line. Bradford playing in front of their supporters. Lilly tries to go through. It's the last tackle for the Bulls. They're going to come on this left hand edge. Pickersgill's kick behind the Batley line. Dave Scott drops on the ball, and Connor Farrell will wrap up Scott a metre out from his own try line, and Magrin and Kirk have gone in. Batley, they're literally on the own goal line with 2 tackles gone. Jouffre to Manning. Manning wrapped up on the 3rd tackle. They're still 10 out from their own line. They're supposed to be going down the slope here. Incredible defence from the Bulls as Wayne Retty has lost the ball and it's gone backwards. And that'll give Batley a little bit of breathing space. 4th tackle gone here on this set of 6. Hemingway will play the ball and they're going to kick towards this main stand side, turning Ethan Ryan around. That was a kick on the 4th tackle. Bulls Live, Bulls TV with Batley 6, Bradford 8. It has been a real thriller. 14 minutes remain. A try to Ross Oakes in the 27th minute. That was cancelled out 3 minutes after half time in the 43rd minute by Johnny Campbell's effort out of dummy half. Since then, we've had 3 more players in the sin bin and a Jordan Lilly penalty goal. 8-6, and Bradford just moving the ball up to halfway. Wilde to Farrell. Farrell puts the body check on, can't get past Wood and Brambani. Quick play of the ball. Wilde looks for options. Back in centre field to Lilly. Lilly on the run around. Sucks in Manning. Hemingway on that right hand edge. But Manning comes in as that second B defender on Matty Staunton. It's the last tackle. And Bradford, via the boot of Jordan Lilly, out on the full. Jordan Lilly's first error with the boot all afternoon, and that will see Batley have a full set of 60 metres away from the Bradford line, going down the slope with 12 and a half minutes remaining, and Batley trailing 6 points to 8. JB, how's the pulse?
Yeah, it's good, Mick. It's good, you know, we're still in a really good place. You know, just a little bit, that don't help. That don't help, just conceded a penalty there, and, you know, off the back there, you know, of a poor end to a set, you know, with the kick, you know, going out on the full from Jordan Lilly. Then we concede a penalty, and now we're under pressure a little bit, and we've got to be really honest, you know, how we defend this next set.
Well, Bradford guilty of being offside there, and Dave Scott has got the nod from Matt Diskin to go for goal. 44 metres out from the Bradford back posts in a centre field position, trailing by 2 points, 8 points to 6. Can Dave Scott lock this one up with just 12 minutes remaining here at Mount Pleasant? Dave Scott converted Johnny Campbell's try at the start of the second half from the far stand side. This, a centre field position, is giving an almighty hoof. Has it got the distance? It's just dropped under the crossbar, and Ethan Ryan's going to return the kick. Here goes Ethan Ryan. He's hurrying away. He's outside the 20. He's brought down 25 metres out from his own try line. And Ethan Ryan has been a catalyst for the Bulls this afternoon. And now Bradford have a penalty because John Magrin's been tackled over the head by Tyler Dickinson, and the touch judges are on again, John.
I'm not too much interested in that little bit of a scuffle, mate. But the small margins, make a massive difference, and that could have locked it up at 8-all. It's just gone under the crossbar. Ethan Ryan takes it away. They concede a penalty to Batley. Now we're back in the driving seat.
Jordan Lilly, 30 metres out from his own try line, up to halfway, 20 metres gain on the kick. James Green warming up on the touchline. John Keir potentially about to ring the changes in the closing embers of this one. 11 minutes 4 seconds remaining on the official clock. Matty Staunton on tackle number 1. It now goes along the line and through the hands of Wood to Kirk. Kirk, the 22-year-old, wrapped up and turned back towards his own line, 25 metres out in a centre field position once more. Wilde to Magrin. Bradford just playing safety first on this set of 6. They've had the free carries, and we're now looking towards where Wilde and Lilly are. Wilde to Lilly. Lilly, will he be the creative spark? It goes back to Mikey Wood. Mikey Wood can't get past Smeaton and Hemingway in a 2-man tackle. Quick play the ball back to Wilde, to Magrin. Magrin dumped on his shoulder. That was an absolute barnstorming tackle there from Dane Manning. It's the last tackle for the Bulls. It goes to Lilly, to Pickersgill, to Webster, to Ryan. Ethan Ryan, can he get it down in the corner? Ethan Ryan with a try. And the Bradford Bulls have a stranglehold now on the K2 Yorkshire Cup. They lead 12 points to 6. 10 minutes to go. A pressure kick from Jordan Lilly on this main-stand touchline. The Bulls fans go absolutely balmy.
Yeah, good work there. Brandon Pickersgill onto Webster. Webster, nice overhead pass. And he's put... I've lost my man there. He's put Ethan Ryan in at the corner, and Mick, this kick's important. It'd be great if we can get an 8-point advantage. But there's still a long way to go, and I think the most important thing is that we stay focused, we concentrate, we tie this set up, we get to a kick and a really big honest chase, and then we start hitting them hard again in defence.
I was just about to say, John, you've lost Ethan Ryan, just like Ethan Ryan managed to lose the Batley defence there with his evasive footwork. And Jake Webster, he was just down in back play, getting attention from the Bulls, Dr. Donald Young, but he's given them the all clear, so Jake Webster back out there on the field, and Jordan Lilly 5 metres in from this main stand side. This to give the Bulls some breathing space for the first real time in this game. This will give them a 2-score lead with exactly 9 minutes remaining on the clock. Jordan Lilly's taken the full allocated minute allowed after a try is scored. Jordan Lilly. This to really bring the house down, you feel. It's there! It's there! Bradford lead by 2 clear scores in the K2 Yorkshire Cup final, and it is Batley 6, Bradford 14.
Yeah, it's Mick again, like we talked about earlier, them small margins, and we got that field position off that penalty and that misconversion, and we've taken advantage of it, and credit to the Bradford Bulls boys there. Now we're in a smart position, we've got to be smart again, make sure we come up with a really good set here.
Bradford have made a hash from the restart. Batley have got the ball back, 10 metres out from the Bradford line. Hemingway out of dummy half, attacking Crossley and Green. sucks them in, gives it to Smeaton. Smeaton's going to be brought down. There's a Bradford player down in back play. I think it's Jai Hitchcock's wearing 5, John.
It is, yeah, you know, from the kick-off, you know, we've allowed the ball to bounce. I think Jai's touched it with his foot, it's run away from him, he's chased it, he's tried to retrieve it, you know, but it's ran back into a Bradford player and they've got possession back.
So Batley will play the ball with Sam Smeaton 5 metres out from that Bradford line, and Jai Hitchcock's okay to continue, and he will move on that far left-hand edge with Rhys Evans.
And again, Mick, you know, this is where defence really wins you games. You know, we're hanging on here now, you know, for the last 9 minutes, and we've really got to be strong and honest with our defence. Everyone working for each other, and we've done that. We've done that for the majority of this game, or all of this game.
One of those players who was in the sin bin earlier, Toby Everett, is brought down. Both sides now back to 13 men apiece for the final 7 minutes of this pulsating Yorkshire Cup final. And it's not over yet, as the linking qualities between Jouffre and Brambani are going to see Wayne Retty heading towards the corner. Can Retty get the ball down? No, he can't. Matty Wilde, Ethan Ryan, James Green in defence, and Batley going oh so close again. Bradford putting that defensive squeeze on, and that sliding defence, fine-tuned, fine-combed. Chance gone begging for the Bulldogs.
Mate, terrific from our left edge, and that, Mick, that commitment, that effort from everybody, that's what wins your cups, mate.
Batley Bulldogs 6, Bradford Bulls 14, Ross Oakes and Ethan Ryan, the try scorers. Rowan Milnes, 1 from 1, Jordan Lilly, 2 from 2. And the Bradford Bulls are just 6.5 minutes away from lifting the revived Yorkshire Cup here at the Foxes Biscuit Stadium in Batley. James Green then from the scrum, carrying the weight of not just his team and the supporters, but the whole city of Bradford, as Bradford just move the ball over with Matty Storden now on that second tackle. In defence there, Alex Breverton and Michael Ward. Once again, George Flanagan attacking the markers out of dummy half. A lot of experience, a lot of leadership, a lot of guile. And here's another man who has it and oozes it in abundance. It's Steve Crossley, up to halfway on the last tackle for the Bulls. Matty Wilde potentially caught late there by Sam Smeaton. Referee says play on. The contact was fair and legal. And now Batley, they have to score twice in 5 minutes.
This is important that we stay focused here, and I've got to mention Steve Crossley. You know, we've missed him. We've missed him, and when he gets absolutely match fit, he's going to be big for us in Championship. There is our captain.
Batley Bulldogs then, just outside the Bradford 40-metre line. They're going towards Jai Hitchcock's on the left-hand edge with Campbell. Campbell skips past Hitchcock, skips past Evans, goes on a lateral mazy run to nowhere, and he's gone down the cul-de-sac because he's flattened there by Milton and Flanagan. It's now or never for Matt Disk inside your field. The clock and scoreboard against him. Smeaton though finds the support, and Staunton electrifying pace, and Diskin's going to bring on Adam Gledel for the final 4 minutes here as Jouffre cuts through the Bulls defence on the left. The kick forward, it's been kicked dead there by Brandon Pickersgill, and the Bulls concede the first goal line dropout of the second half, the third in total of this Yorkshire Cup final. And this now a crucial period coming up, back to back defensive sets, defending down the slope, John.
It is, mate, but we've been really honest in defence. You know, every man has been totally committed, you know, defensively, and put the body on the line. And I'm comfortable about us defending this next set, you know, from this dropout.
Jordan Lilly's restart is going to be taken by Michael Ward, the Batley prop forward. He's brought down 20 metres out in front of the post. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the official clock here as Hemingway, out of dummy half, finds Gledel. Gledel brought down by Green and Milton in a two-man tackle. It's going to go back with Mikey Ward towards the line. The Bulldogs are brought down a metre shy of the line. Hemingway's in there at dummy half. He's going to go left towards Brambani. Brambani's over for the Bulldogs. Brambani will gloss past Rhys Evans and Matty Staunton. It's 10 points to 14. 3.5 minutes remaining. This Yorkshire Cup final is far from over.
Yeah, they found a way through on our right edge there, you know, and Brambarney's seen a bit of an open gap and gone between, I think it was Matty Staunton and Rhys Evans. You know, we've just got to be a little bit smarter there. We've just left some holes, and that's just a little bit of concentration and the numbers being correct.
Dave Scott converts from just to the left-hand side of the post, and the veteran playmaker Dominic Brambarney has given Batley a lifeline in this Yorkshire Cup final. It's Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Mick Gledhill, John Bastian. It's Batley 12, Bradford 14. We have 3 minutes to go.
Oh, Mick, there's plenty of time here. You know, I think what is important is, you know, that we get a deep kick. You know, we put our biggest defensive effort, you know, in now. This is the big one.
Nigel Wood has a massive smile alongside Andrew Chalmers, John Flatman, Mark Sawyer and the rest of the Championship chairmen in attendance this afternoon. They've been nicknamed the Yorkshire Mafia, but if the Yorkshire Mafia can deliver grand finals, Yorkshire Cup finals of this magnitude, long may it continue. Batley on the restart. They're up to their own 30-metre line. Centre field, Hemingway in at dummy half. It was Green and Evans in that tackle. They're going to move it on this right-hand edge with Brambarney to Smeaton. It's Wildy and Webster on tackle number 2. Hemingway goes short side towards Jouffre. Jouffre to giant Loney Wood. Wood back on the inside to Hemingway. Hemingway's 5 metres inside the Bradford half, and he's brought down by Webster and Wildy. Ritty acting half to Jouffre, to Brambarney. Brambarney, it goes along the Bradford defensive line. Here come the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs keeping it alive. It's kicked forward by Campbell. But Pickersgill on that left edge. Sorry, Jai Hitchcocks will dive on the ball. And here goes Hitchcocks again. It was Pickersgill. And Bradford 2 minutes away from a famous win in the revived Yorkshire Cup final. Ethan Ryan just takes a little bit of steam, a little bit of pressure. The boil turns to a simmer as it goes down the middle from Flanagan to Crossley. Crossley's on the Bradford 40-metre line. 2 tackles remaining here for John Keir's side as it goes to Milton. Milton absolutely molested and dumped to the turf there by Michael Ward, and that's the last tackle for the Bradford Bulls as Lilly goes for broke. Lilly keeps it going. It's the power play. The Bulls are away with Staunton. Staunton to Evans. Evans inside the 20. The kick ahead to Jouffre. Jouffre just gets out of his own goal area, and Batley now have 90 seconds coming down the slope, but they're only 10 metres out from their own line. It's now or never for Matt Disk inside. Evans in defence, Webster, Green, Wildy, everybody putting bodies on the line. Flanagan still tackling his heart out. Connor Farrell comes in as the second marker. Batley look for the 40-20 from Brambarney. It's been charged down by Milton. They're going for the 40-20. It's over the head of Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan has palmed it back in the field of play. Miracle stuff from Ethan Ryan. That looked all but certain to be going and heading towards a tap to the Bulldogs. The Batley chairman Kevin Nichols is on his feet below our commentary position. He can't watch. The supporters, they've got the fingers in the mouths. There's 30 seconds remaining here, and Bradford are just playing down time. Steve Crossley takes the pass from Flanagan, and he's brought down 30 metres out from his own line. 20 shy of halfway. Gledhill and Hemingway, the 2 Batley defenders. Flanagan to Farrell. Farrell's lost the ball, but it's been stolen. 2 men in the tackle. There's 10 seconds remaining. All Bradford need to do now is tap the ball and take the tackle, and that will be all she wrote here in this K2 Yorkshire Cup final. The hoot are about to sound. Jordan Lilly finds touch. This will be the final play. There will be one final play here. This game has had just about everything. It goes to Lilly. Lilly rolls the ball over the main stand touchline. Full time here at Mount Pleasant. The Bradford Bulls, the winners of the 2019 K2 Yorkshire Cup final.
Superb, Mick, and credit, to both teams. Credit to the organisers, the competition, the fans. A superb game, superb spectacle, and I'm absolutely thrilled, for the Bradford Bulls boys and the staff, the fans. You can see how they've turned up. Outstanding, just a really great day, mate.
John, just describe for those listeners and viewers the intensity out there. This was nothing like a pre-season friendly. Every player wore their heart on their sleeve, and they defended. They put everything on the line, and then some more this afternoon.
Mate, it was the real deal, and you can see how committed everybody was out there during the game. And like I said, credit to both teams today, Batley and Bradford Bulls, for getting the narrow win. And it certainly augurs well, for the coming championship season and all the teams, the quality teams that are in the championship, Mick.
Thank you very much for joining us, John. It has been a pleasure.